Kurtis, obviously last time you wanted to go with Rempe. Are you glad finally you answered the bell and put up?
Yeah, I mean, who knows, might not want to engage in certain situations, but we went tonight and yeah, it's over with now.
What about the whole team kind of backing you up too? Obviously we kind of anticipated you guys maybe going, but to see the whole lineup step up for you guys.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming either. It's great to see just the team bonding that way and just having each other's backs out there. And, after a situation like that, the rest of the team, picks up a lot of the slack in the minutes, and they played hard and played an awesome game tonight. Just didn't get the 2 points.
Does it feel good obviously you have a certain role here to be able to fulfill that role and do what you can to support your teammates for things that happen?
Yeah, obviously, when I can, I want to be able to do that. And I know there's situations that, sometimes I'm not going to be able to, but just being a presence for the guys, and that's just what I'm looking to do.
Was anything said before puck drop between you two, obviously kind of leaning up against her?
A little bit, but, we both figured that, he figured too that we were going to go, so, yeah, that's that.
Last time you had said you lost a little bit of respect for him. How do you feel now?
Yeah, obviously, I'm always going to have a lot of respect for him. He's a young kid, just trying to do his thing to stay in the league, and I understand that. So he's going to learn, and he's a big, tough, strong kid. So always respect someone who's doing what they can to stay in this league, and he's had a good showing so far. So yeah.
What was it like, kind of watching from here, and then seeing like Dawson come in later on and things like that?
Yeah, I mean, that's just, team toughness right there. Doesn't have to be one guy. It can be, just as a team, as a group. And sometimes games call for stuff like that. So it was good to see. And, he doesn't do that often or at all. So, but, he's willing to do that. So it's good to see.
When you see the rest of the line hop in there like that, is that something that you guys maybe talked about before? Did it happen organically? How did that all kind of play out in your eyes?
No, I had no idea that was going to happen. I think it was just kind of spur of the moment thing. That's it.
Does it mean to just see guys like Kurtis and really the whole five-man unit kind of step up for you guys and send a message?
Yeah, I think it's huge. Obviously, it's a big part with Kurtis, but I like everybody getting in there. And I had a little interview in between the periods on the radio, and you knew that it was going to happen. A couple injuries and some things that happened, so you could see that was going to come, and it was just cool to see. And obviously the fans got what they wanted out of that, so it was a good atmosphere. It's a good game. Unfortunately, we came up a little short. I think a tough call might have hurt the game a little bit there. I think it should have went to overtime for the fans there with how both teams were playing.
You mentioned obviously the five guys did their part for the team, then the four defensemen that were left over had to shield a lot of minutes. I mean, how tired are you, and what did it say about the guys that stepping up there?
Yeah, I thought that we did a good job. Honestly, it's not so much about us four. It was a lot more about the guys that stepped up for the club, and I think there was a lot of minutes, but their job was harder. So I kind of tip my hat to those to the five individuals, and I thought it was a great game. Honestly, I think all in all it was a tough third goal, broke the stick on a shot, and then I personally don't like them getting rewarded for a play that was happening all night, and then they score. So it was, like I said, I think it probably should have went to overtime, and I got to see guys like Jack and Bratter and Panarin and Mika, all those guys play a little 3-on-3, but hey, that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes.
You've obviously been involved in fights and line brawl before in your career. I mean, what was it kind of like for you to watch? Have to watch that from the bench. Do you kind of have FOMO out there?
Yeah, the last time I wanted to be out there. I think I'm not 100% sure what the thought process was, but I don't know if our staff thought it was going to be a full line brawl. I thought maybe there was just two guys that were going to kind of square off, but it didn't turn out that way. And you know what? At the end of the day, I was able to play lots of minutes, so I'll take it that way, I guess. But I definitely wanted to be a part of that. I've actually been on the other side with a lot of antics, and it was exciting. It gets the blood boiling. It's the fans enjoy it, and it makes for an exciting game.
What about Dawson too? Obviously stepping up in this situation with you.
He's the man. He's the man. Yeah, like I think he stepped right in there. He didn't shy away from anything, and just protecting your teammates. I think it says a lot about him and his character, and just the team in here. So I'm proud of him for sure.
Brendan, what was going through your mind? I don't know if you saw, Travis and Peter Laviolette, yelling at each other over the glass and between the boards.
Yeah, I saw it. It's just the type of game it was. It's the Battle of the Hudson, and this is fun to have it back, kind of thing, where it's on full cylinders. I think I think the emotion was shown in a lot of different ways. Playing hockey, the extracurriculars, just everywhere. I think there's a lot of compete, and like I said, personally I thought it should have went to overtime. So that's kind of where I stand with it. But it was great. I think you guys all enjoyed it. I know the fans did, and we did too. So it's kind of tough how it finished, I guess.
You've been, again, like in a lot of fights in your career, even as a young player. I mean, what are your kind of thoughts, and now that it's kind of back to your team too, on Rempe and how his first 10 or so or 12 or so games have gone in his career?
Yeah, I mean, obviously he's a good fighter. I think I'm going to tiptoe. I don't know if I want to tiptoe. I think he's got some maturing to do with some of the way he acts, but obviously the fans love it. I think he's a big, strong guy. To be honest, I've seen other guys go down this route. One person, to my knowledge, when I played was Rafi Torres. And if you continue to hit people late, hit people high, your suspensions just continue to climb, and then you find yourself not playing. So I think he's got to dial it in a little bit, but he's a tough customer. I think he can play, of what I've heard. So I think there's a little bit of maturing for him, but obviously he's doing a good job. There's some areas I think that he's got to improve, but obviously he gets the boys going and he gets the fans going, and obviously when I've played on the other side, when the fans are going, it's a great extra motivation. So he gets that going, but like I said, it's you want to have longevity in this business, and I've been able to be around a long time, and I've seen how it's gone. So I think that'd be my only words of wisdom, if any.
Brendan, you've been part of some high-tension moments in this building. Have you ever seen anything quite like that?
The last one was Washington. That was obviously high tension, and then tonight, and it was very similar feelings. Obviously, the other side of the Hudson, but same kind of juice, and it's exciting to play. It's exciting to be a part of. Personally, I'm probably a little bit better on the other side instead of playing, so I would have liked to have started. But hey, that's just how it goes. And then you're down to 4D, so you kind of you can't go down to 3, and it becomes a juggling act. But like I said, I think everybody got their dollar worth, and it's an expensive building, so it was fun.
Thanks, Brent.
Yeah.
Ryder, what did it mean to you to see not only Kurtis, but basically the entire 5-man unit from the bench to step up there to start the game?
Yeah, it was good. Obviously, it was an emotional start, and obviously, I think all the guys on the ice responded really well.
And particularly the 4D, obviously you guys were man down, but the 4D really kind of hung in there, logged a ton of minutes. The credit to them.
Yeah, obviously they did a great job. I mean, playing 4D for a whole game on a back-to-back game, and I mean they did a great job. I mean they're playing big minutes, and they did a good job.
Just when you see all 5 guys on the ice drop the goals, what were you thinking, from the bench when you saw that?
Obviously, I didn't know it was going to happen, but great response, and I mean all the guys showed great pride and did a great job. So proud of the guys that stood up for each other.
And Travis was over the boards, yelling at Peter Laviolette. What was going through your mind when you heard that?
I was just focusing on the next shift, really. So I don't really know.
Jesper, did Nico call for that? That backhand pass and the goal? Was Nico calling for it, or did you kind of have awareness of where he was?
Yeah, I kind of saw both him and Timo driving, and I just tried to see whose of them was open. And I saw Nico got a little step on their D.
How damaging was this loss to the team?
Obviously, it's tough. I think we did a great game as a whole, and for the situation the game was in, and coming on a back-to-back and playing the way we did, I think could have easily had this win. I mean, the last goal is pretty much a broken stick that would have been nothing if Luki had a stick there. So obviously it sucks.
Obviously a very emotional, heated affair. Just your thoughts on that opening there, and you and Laviolette going after each other.
Yeah, there was a lot going on. Obviously, there's 5 fights to start the game. I don't know if anyone was expecting that. And it's an emotional game. As far as Peter and I go, I look over and he's yelling, talking to me, and I'm more than willing to go and talk to him. And I have no idea why Peter was mad. I mean, to be honest, for 2 reasons. For starters, they more or less, their players were lining up fights before the face-off, and none of this would have happened. Which we all know why it did happen tonight. None of it would have happened if something happened the game before, which was obvious that they didn't want it to happen that game. So I have no idea why Peter would have been upset. And again, it's not on me why he's upset.
After those two,
emotions, he said he just got caught up in the emotions. Do you think that was a part of it?
No, that's part of it. I have no problem with it, but you're going to start yelling, you're going to get it back. And like I said, none of this could have happened if it happened if there was one fight the game before.
how did you feel that your team sort of managed the emotions after that and maybe trying to find their game there?
Yeah, I think not very well in the first, but a hell of a response in the third. A little bit unlucky in the third. We're in the offensive zone looking to score a goal and break a stick. And, they score a power play goal.
What do you think of the penalty?
Yeah, it's a tough job. They got a tough job. I'll leave it at that.
What exactly did you say to Laviolette?
That's between us. Sorry. Yeah.
What do you say to your team after you lose 4 guys for the rest of the game that early?
Yeah, a lot of ice time. Have fun. Enjoy it.
How do you think, as a team, you guys were able to step up and fill what was so lost with so many guys out?
Say it again, Amanda. Sorry.
So it ends up being a group effort then, particularly defensively when you lose.
It was,
right?
and especially when you have 4 defensemen. You got guys that haven't killed penalties before trying to kill penalties. We played last night. Guys are tired. It was a good effort by our group.
Your goalie was fantastic tonight. Do you think, though, after they got hit, did that have anything to do with?
I don't know. You'd have to ask him. But he played well tonight.
You said you might not have expected so many people to drop the gloves at the beginning. Would that have maybe factored into who you started on the ice?
What do you mean?
Would you have started maybe some other players on the ice?
Oh, it's obvious. I wasn't expecting it. We're the visiting team. They get to decide who starts for their team, and I don't think you would have saw Johnny Marino on the ice if we were anticipating a 5-on-5. But our guys were more than willing, and I'm proud of them.
We talk about being proud and seeing that emotion. What about Dawson's response there when Smitty got hit?
Yeah, it's good to see. You like to see players sticking up for each other, and a guy like Merce doing that says a lot.